The Sea is a Harsh Mistress is the third episode of the fourth season of Two and a Half Men. This is directed by Gary Halvorson, and as always, there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. This is a really decent episode. I do, however, remember quite vividly what happened with this one. So I'd love to know, if you're watching it for the first time, does the reveal seem obvious? Or did you not see it coming? I could remember it, so I can't judge whether or not it's predictable, but either way, even though I knew the outcome, I still enjoyed it. So as I said, there will be spoilers from now, and it starts off with Charlie coming into the house with a girl, and he's talking like a stereotypical surfer dude, and he goes out to the water with a surfboard and a wetsuit and the girl, and the next thing we know, he's being carried in by a muscly guy. He nearly drowned in the water. And when he's alone with Alan, he explains that during his near-death experience, he saw their deceased father, of course, and his father said to him, "Take care of your mother." And of course that sickens Charlie because he doesn't want to look after Evelyn, and neither does Alan. We have a brief scene on the deck with Jake, and then Alan and Charlie decides to call Evelyn. It's an okay scene, it gets us from one point to the next. And then we have the restaurant scene, which I quite liked. I thought this played out quite well. They're having dinner with Evelyn. And while Charlie's at the bathroom, Alan tells Evelyn what happened to Charlie. And Evelyn decides to take advantage of this, but Charlie doesn't know she's taking advantage. She says that she's having a minor surgery tomorrow, and Charlie realizes he has to take care of her after the surgery. And then we cut to this brilliant reveal, really well done, where Charlie is opening his front door to reveal Evelyn with massive, massive lips. The swelling will go down, they will shrink, but for now she has huge lips. It turns out she got some of her butt sucked out and put into her lips. And Jake's response was pretty brilliant when they're sitting around the dinner table, and he commented that she has her butt in her mouth or in her lips now, and that when she burps it will really be a fart. Definitely exactly what I would have expected from Jake. And then Evelyn keeps asking Charlie to fill up her donut because she's sitting on one of those inflatable donut rings, because obviously she had just had surgery on her butt. And needless to say, Charlie's not exactly enjoying this. And the final scene, well, the penultimate scene, I guess, is really great, very well executed, but this is the bit that I could remember, and I'd love to know, if you've only seen this once, did you see it coming? This is the scene, of course, where Charlie is inflating Evelyn's donut, and she's watching a gangster film on the television, and one of the gangsters says that they're going to take care of her, as in they're going to kill her. And Charlie, mid-inflation of the donut, realizes that that's probably what his father meant, to take care of her rather than to care for her. And I feel like it probably was unpredictable, but it's hard to judge, because watching it now, as soon as Charlie first said those words, "take care of your mother," I immediately thought of the other thing. So I don't know if it's unpredictable or not. I'd love to know what you thought of it, if you can remember or if you've just seen it. But either way, it's still really enjoyable. And then it ends with the lifeguard from the beginning coming to the door and asking Charlie out on a date. And Charlie obviously doesn't want to go. And then Evelyn calls through, "Charlie, it's time to change my butt dressing." Yeah, that's enough for Charlie to leave the house and go on a date with the lifeguard. Not a bad way to end things. Evelyn in this was fantastic. We get a tiny bit of Berta, which I didn't mention earlier, but Berta was good for the few seconds that she was in it. Highlights would include the reveal of Evelyn and her face. I thought that was very well done. And the frequent mention of the donut. I don't know why, I just find it so funny. And Charlie realizing what his father might have meant. Obviously, who knows what he actually meant, but Charlie definitely favours the second option. It's a good episode. I enjoyed it. Might not be the funniest. I didn't really laugh loudly that much, and I do often laugh out loud at Two and a Half Men. But that being said, it's still a good narrative. The pacing is really good. It's a decent story. The Sea is a Harsh Mistress is ultimately a pretty good episode of Two and a Half Men.